So the following program was ready. This competition is for unsponsored and shop sponsors, which means for unsponsored and for sponsored. While it's supposed to be only for unsponsored, it's supposed to be for locals only, but there are also people from but not only have a shop sponsor, but nobody takes these sponsors serious unless they are famous and big in the game. So but pretty much most of them are sponsored, and also sponsors. I was once sponsored by a shop, and I have got the bigger sponsor, but only the shop sponsor. It was for me already the biggest change in my life ever. I felt rich, I was provided, and the mental push. You're always motivated because you have a sponsor. You're no longer this nobody guy who has no sponsor. When you're unsponsored, you are not connected. You are not you're not nothing. Whatever you do, if you're good or not, it doesn't matter. If you're not sponsored, you are not part, and you are nothing. You don't exist. I ask everybody to listen to this story. And this is not a story where I blame people or so. It's just the true story. And if this is the end of my comeback, I don't know. It's like I don't plan. My mind is not done. I'm not done, but my body is kind of done at the moment, and systematically I am completely done. I mean, that was the final thing I could do it in front of their eyes, and so systematically this is definitely the end. Maybe there's something else I can do, or that will come up if this ever starts to be shared. But this is this is the story now of a ghost. And everybody who's really following skate videos, and skateboarding on the internet, if you watch that, do you know the moment when there is a release of a skater that you have never really heard of, but once you see that skater focused and realize he was always there, he was just not focused, just not famous, but this guy was with the guys. So these guys that you hype and see, they have some other guys, they're with them and skate with them, but unless they're famous, then they're ghosts. Sadly, this is how it is in the skate media presentation. If they're not focused, if they don't get really the spots visible and really put out as a part or so, then they barely exist. And you don't know that they exist. Even if they're in front of your eyes, you don't see them. Yeah, that's me. So, the host from Titus Köln manager, Jeremy Reinhardt, as we call him, Jerry. He knows me very well. He witnessed it all and hyped my story from the homeless bodybuilder to one of the best in no time. It was 2012 to 14. And 14 was my year. In the past, he was living even together with my soulmate, also a Titus Pro, Wilco, who was my biggest fan. And when I tell you that Wilco was my biggest fan and that Jerry and Wilco lived together, then you know a big connection here, okay? Both Titus Pros, they're both friends. They grew up together, skated together, pro together, living together. And then your guy starts to hype this other guy. Okay, that's something that's like among skaters, trust me. Among skaters, when your body starts to hype the skater, that's where you also hype. Coming into the Titus shop 7 years later, and I went downstairs into the office where Jerry was, because he wasn't upstairs in the store, and as a former shop skater, that's a different thing, you know, like you belonged. And so I went downstairs and there we talked, and I told him, my skate part is now coming up. And then he was like, it's gotta go viral. And he has 5,000 followers or so on Instagram. Watched it and I shared it. So that's also something that I want to tell to everyone with follower. Your follower will accept what you accept. That is what you need to hear. That is what everybody out there with follower needs to learn. They accept when you accept it. Okay? And if you lose some follower, then fuck them. That's what you have to teach to the internet. I'm putting this out now and I support this. And if you don't support this, then get the fuck out of here. Kickflip 50 down the ledge was not only first try in this day, it was first try in 8 years. Jerry witnessed it, that I skated like back in the days, that I'm totally back. And I did the no slide nollie flip out, perfectly landed. Sadly the camera, the battery was done, but everybody witnessed it. And they've seen it, and also my friends. they ran toward me when I landed the no-side nollie flip out was really one of the greatest moments in my skateboarding life. And that was because friends were with me and hyped and were happy for me. And this was a team effort, and they also told me about this and they motivated me to go there. And even though I am still a ghost, it was an incredible experience, and I want to thank them again.